Okay, hey guys. So, what's going to be going on right now as we speak on this video? Cause y'all know I'm a post. I took my shower. I ate. I done cleaned my room and changed my sheet on my bed. So now it's time to chillax in my room and read a couple books to y'all today. Cause I feel like reading. I'm in a reading mode. So the first book I am going to be reading, can I have a drum roll please? Is The Story of Johnny Appleseed, written and illustrated by Aleki. Johnny Appleseed. The Story of Johnny Appleseed, written and illustrated by Aleki. Latin paperbacks. Many years ago, when America was a new country, there lived a brave and gentle man named John Chapman. John loved the outdoors. He would walk for miles in the woods, among the trees and the flowers, happy and alone with his thoughts. Take a picture walk. One day, after a long walk, John sat under a tree to rest. He felt the warm sun on his back and the fresh grass tickling his toes. John took an apple from his sack and ate it. And when he had finished, he looked in his hand at what he was left, just a few brown seeds. And John thought, if one gathered seeds and planted them, our land would soon be filled with apple trees. John Chapman lived on the frontier in Massachusetts, where the country had been settled, but everyday pioneers were leaving to travel west, where there were no homes or villages, and where the only roads were Indian trails. Who would want to live in a world like that? In their covered wagons, the pioneers made the long and dangerous journey through the wilderness. They wanted to build new lives for themselves in a new part of the country. John Chapman went too, but he did not travel in a covered wagon. He walked in his bare feet and carried no weapons, as men did in those days, to protect themselves from wild animals and danger. He carried only a large sack on his back, filled with apple seeds, and his cooking pan on his head. Wow, a cooking pan could be turned into a hat. What a neat idea. As he walked, John planted seeds. He gave a small bagful to everyone he saw. Soon everyone who knew him called him Johnny Appleseed. Sometimes Johnny stopped for many weeks, helping the pioneers. They cleared the land, they built homes, they planted rows and rows of apple trees. When they were finished, Johnny walked on to help others, but he always came back to see his friends. So when I get an apple, I'm going to plant me an apple tree. I'm already planting a plum tree. Everyone loved Johnny Appleseed, especially the children. When Johnny rested from his planting, the children stayed around him, listening to all his adventures. Johnny Appleseed walked alone. He slept out of doors, in the woods, or by the river. He met wolves and foxes, birds and deer. They were all his friends. One day, as Johnny was eating lunch, he heard a noise, and 3 little bear cubs ran from behind a tree. When the mother bear came and saw them playing together, she sat and watched. She knew Johnny Appleseed would not harm her young. Oh, so sweet and cute. Johnny met many Indians on the way. He was kind to them and gave them seeds and herbs, which they used as medicine. Although the Indians were not friendly to any white men who chased them from their homes, Johnny was their friend. Johnny did not like people to fight. He tried to make peace between the settlers and the Indians, for he believed that all men should live together as brothers. On and on Johnny walked, planting as he went. When he needed more seeds, he collected sackfuls from the cedar mills. Everyone saved his apple seeds for Johnny. Many years passed. Johnny Appleseed walked on. He visited his friends and saw with pleasure the many apple trees which covered the land, and he was happy. But then one year there was a long cold winter and spring should have come. Snow was still on the ground and frost was on the trees. Johnny could not sleep or eat. He was afraid his trees would die. As he was walking among the trees one day, Johnny Appleseed fell to the ground. He was very ill. After some hours, an Indian mother and her son passed and saw Johnny lying in the cold. Quickly the boy ran for help. Johnny was carried to their village, not far away. For many days he lay ill with fever. The Indians gave him medicine and nursed him. Johnny was getting sick. And one day, Johnny Appleseed opened his eyes. He smiled at his Indian friends. He knew they had saved his life. He saw that the sun was warm and the frost had left the trees. Spring had come at last, and Johnny was well again. But he never forgot his friends and went to see them often. Johnny Appleseed, the gentle pioneer, lived for many years planting apple trees. Wherever he went, we can still see them today. They are large and old and heavy with apples. They are the gift Johnny Appleseed gave to his country and to you and to me. The end. So that was book number 1, guys.